What is up, Capricorn? How are we doing today? I hope we're doing well, you guys. This is going to be your March general monthly tarot reading for the month of March 2019. I am late. I know. Pretty late. Life happens. You know what I mean? But I'm here. So, here we go. It is a general tarot reading. It's not going to resonate with all of you guys, okay? With that, take what resonates and let the rest go, okay? This is going to be for the Capricorn Collective for March 2019. A general tarot reading for the Capricorn Collective for March 2019. Spirit, give me the eyes to see, the ears to hear, clairvoyancy, discernment, humility, love, compassion. To read, see, hear, feel this message clear for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, the Capricorn Collective for the month of March 2019. Please show me Capricorn. All right, let's get into it. Capricorn. What was going on first week of March 2019 for the sign of Capricorn, Spirit? What's going on for the first week of March 2019 for the sign of Capricorn? Thank you. All right, first card out is Judgment. So starting off March. We're starting off March with having to make a decision. Really contemplating, weighing your pros and your cons, right? Let's get one more for the first week of March. Deciding if you want to do things differently this time, or if you're just gonna, I'm hearing be lazy. I don't know if that's right, but or do what's convenient, and stay in the cycle with whatever you're dealing with. We have King of Wands. Okay, so you could be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. You don't have to be. You could just be taking on this energy of the King of Wands, which is a go-getter, a doer of things with passion, right? It's fire. So there's a possibility when it came to making this decision and having the King with this King of Wands energy in play, that you might have taken the more impulsive route. That doesn't have to be the case for all of you. For a lot of you, it was about following your heart, right? Within whatever judgment that needed to be made, whatever decision needed to be made, you followed your heart, and you were passionate about the choice that you went with, right? Let's look into this past week. Can I get a couple of cards for this past week? March 2019, Capricorn, second week. Just a couple of cards, please. Couple of cards. The second week of March. Thank you, Spirit. Alright. So here we have you showing up in your reading. Sorry, my bugs me when it's all crinkled up. The Devil, okay. And then we have Three of Cups. So I kind of want to just keep going to see. I might pull some clarifiers. So there's a handful of you where this immediately just says to me impulse, being impulsive, doing what's convenient, not regretting it. This is like partying. With the Three of Cups and the Double card together, I see it as possibly substance abuse type partying, whether it's alcohol, drugs, whatever it may be. This is like being wild and free. This is like embracing your wild side, right? But we'll pull some, unless the rest of the cards give me more insight on this, I'll pull some clarifiers at the end. Let's keep moving forward. All right, moving forward in March. Moving forward in March 2018 for Capricorn. Please show me Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. Four of Swords. One more for the third week of March for Capricorn, please. One more for Capricorn, please. For the third week of March. Let's do more. I just want one more, please. For Capricorn for the third week of March. We have the Empress. Okay. So, third week we have Four of Swords and the Empress. So, third week we are taking some mental rest. We're taking time out to meditate. You could be dealing with a Taurus or Aries, maybe. You're possibly taking time out to think about your relationship with this person. Or you're just taking time out to really get grounded, right? Especially the first half of the month looks very up in the air, very go, 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 very fast, right? With Judgment to King of Wands to the Devil to the Three of Cups, you got a lot going on. Lots of plans were made, lots of people were involved. Your mind was constantly going. So third week, you're like, okay, time to get grounded, time to chill out, time to be alone with my thoughts. so I can start manifesting something new. I feel like going into the second half of March, you're feeling like you're over going out, you're over you know, if it's partying, you're over really kind of hanging out with anybody, you're overdoing what everyone else is doing. You're like feeling and thinking to yourself like there's something more, like I just want more, I'm tired, this is getting exhausting and boring at the same time, like kind of over it. Let's move on. Moving forward with March for Capricorn, last week of March, Spirit, a couple cards for the last week of March, wrapping this up. How are we wrapping up? How is Capricorn wrapping up the end of March? Thank you. Seven of Cups. And the Knight of Wands. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Four of Cups. Okay, yeah. So I feel like this is all about, like, March in general is all about, like, you're being tested by the universe. It's trying to see if you're going to make the same decisions that you have been making in the past. It's trying to test your maturity level, right? It's asking you, what do you really want from life? Are you going to take the time out to be alone with your thoughts and understand what you really do want and what you really don't want? Are you going to let things get in the way of what you really do want? Are you going to let temptations seep in? But it's looking like you're not, because we have, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Underneath the Four of Cups is the Nine of Wands. It's looking like towards the end, or even throughout, you might be dealing with someone this month. Some of you throughout the month, they might come in to the beginning of the month, this fire sign, because we have fire sign here, but it goes from a king to a knight. Sorry, one second. I'm gonna pull some clarifiers. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so this fire sign presents themselves to you, or you present yourself to this fire sign in the beginning of the month. You either go out, you try to experience this person, or vice versa, right? And I feel like you decide, no, this is kind of just a distraction. I don't really have time for this. Or again, vice versa, right? Because we have the Four of Swords and the Empress in the third week, meaning just taking time out for yourself, getting that mental rest, taking time to meditate and be with your thoughts, get grounded with the Empress here, understand your worth. I feel like either you see through this person's BS, like this person is presenting themselves to you and you're just like, you're not there yet. Like, you're not where I feel I'm at, right? I don't feel us vibing on the same frequency type deal. Or they feel that way about you. But I feel like it's you towards them, because towards the end of the month we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups talks about keeping your eye on the prize, and not letting temptation get the best of you. This is what this specific Seven of Cups talks about. And then we have the Knight of Wands paired with it. The Knight of Wands is like, and most people refer to the Knight of Wands as, the player of the deck. In this deck, it just talks about this being actually a really cool person, that if you feed their ego, they'll be more than willing to help you with whatever you need help with, right? They like to be talked up. They like for you to be like, I know, like, look, I need help in this area, and I know that you're just like really good about that stuff, or you know a lot about that stuff, and I just feel like you could be of help to me. So with the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Wands, it's kind of like, this fire sign, or it could be a Taurus, I keep feeling Taurus, or Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, could be like, coming in like, look, I can help you with this, like, we could be a great team, I can get you to where you want to go, they're looking sexy, they're sounding charming, but you're just like, I got it. There's another story here where at the beginning of this month, I feel like this is for some of you. You go to this person, you try to offer them something. They turn it down because they feel like you're not vibrating at their frequency. When you get turned down, you take the time to take that mental alienation and ground yourself, because it kind of works you up a little bit. After you get grounded, after you take time with your thoughts and you realize what you need, what you don't need, and you're taking the path of least resistance, right? And everything starts flowing in your life. That same person who turned you down or didn't take up an offer or whatever, they see you thriving all of a sudden, and they're like, oh shit, and then they try to come back in the picture, and they become somewhat of a temptation, somewhat of a distraction at that point, because it's conditional, right? And no one really wants conditional. I mean, in my personal opinion, I don't want conditional, like, oh, now you want me, like, it's coming off very shallow, is the Seven of Cups and this Knight of Wands is coming off very, very shallow to me. Let's check it out. Let's check it out a little bit. All right, Spirit, could you please elaborate a little bit more on Judgment and King of Wands, please? Can you bring out some clarifiers for the first week of March? Can you clarify the first week of March, please? Please clarify the first week of March. Yeah. So, like I was saying, someone is offering, coming to you, or you are going to somebody else with an offer of emotions, right? Knight of Cups, offer to make someone else feel good, because they make you feel good. You want to make them feel good back. 10. All right. Ooh. We have 10 of Cups. Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands in reverse, and Ace of Wands in the reverse. So to me, this is a person you've been dealing with for a little bit now. This person wants to offer you complete contentment, a happy home, a good marriage, right? They want to offer you all of their 10 cups that they have, their Ace of Cups, and the 10 of Cups that they have reached or feel like they could reach with you. The thing is I feel like they took a little bit too long to do this, or again, vice versa. You took a little bit too long to want to offer this. And so it kind of put a damper on all the passion. It kind of put out the fire, right? With this Ace of Wands in reverse. It's just not as exciting as it once was because someone took too long in someone else's eyes, okay? All right, can you please elaborate a little bit more on the second week of March for Capricorn? Okay. All right, so we have Strength in reverse. And the Devil card again. Let's see, maybe one or two more clarifiers for the second week of March. Okay. Three of Swords in the reverse. So, yeah. Whoever gets, if you're the one getting turned down because you might have taken too long to really show this person all of your cups, and they felt like they should have been showed all your cups a long time ago, I feel like with the Strength in reverse, the Devil card again, clarifying the Devil, and the Three of Cups, and then the Three of Swords, there is a possibility of a third-party situation. Someone took too long, so someone has their eye on somebody else. Maybe for like a couple of you. It doesn't have to be. But whoever turned the offer down is because they're not interested in getting their heart broken. They rather pretend like it doesn't affect them, which is actually a weakness. It's kind of masking your emotions and pretending like you don't care when really you're hurt. It can be a weakness, right? Not being able to be honest with ourselves about how we actually really feel, be vulnerable, be okay with feeling sad sometimes, and not going to that place, but instead, distracting ourselves with going out, with friends, with family, drinking, drugs, whatever it may be. That could be seen as a weakness. And we're doing this because we're trying to avoid heartache, but really our heart's hurting a lot. Again, this could be you or your person that you're dealing with. Let's look more into the third week. Please explain the third week of March for me. We have 5 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. So, from everything that was going on in the first 2 weeks, it could have, again, brought you to this place of being combative, brought you to this place of not being able to focus at work, not being able to focus at work, not being able to pay your bills, maybe. That's for some of you. It just has you really up in the air, is what I'm feeling. It could be having you combative, having you petty within your home, with your family. It's just causing, and I feel like people are like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, why are you acting like that? Like, I don't deserve this. And it's because you're going through your own shit and you're taking it out on other people. And that could be a sign that 3rd week when you hear your family or your close friends say that to you, where you take that time to just be alone with your thoughts, take that quiet time and get grounded again. Can you clarify this card, please? Yeah, the truth will set you free if you let it. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse for the Empress card, yeah. Time to plant new seeds, time to fertilize. And it's going to take time, you know. That harvest is going to take time, but it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be bountiful when you do, right? When you don't skip any steps, when you start to be consistent with, you know, your water, your nutrients, taking out the dead leaves, whatever it may be, right? Taking care of our garden. Yeah. I think this goes with the 2nd week a little bit too, going into the 3rd week with the 6 of Pentacles and the Chariot in the reverse. When you start feeling hurt, or if someone else has gotten hurt, or if you're trying to mask something, you're going to come to a point where you feel like you know you're giving way too much of yourself, and you can feel it becoming a defeat. You feel yourself becoming defeated. You feel the chaos brewing because you're giving way too much of yourself and you're not taking any time. And again, that's what is leading you into this 3rd week of mental alienation, meditation, rest. Sorry. Okay. Can you please explain the 3rd or the end of March outcome? Clarification for 7 of Cups and Knight of Wands, please. Okay. All right. So bottom of the deck we have Knight of Pentacles. Okay, and then the cards that fell out for the last week, clarifying the last week of March, we have Five of Cups, Ace of Swords in the reverse, 2 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, like I was saying with the 7 of Cups and the Knight of Wands, someone's coming in trying to distract, trying to tempt, trying to woo, and kind of throw you off. Their intention might not be to throw you off, but that is what I'm hearing. That is what it will do if you take the time to give attention to someone who is kind of shallow and has conditions as far as love and feelings for someone else goes. They're coming in, they're trying to, they might even indirectly try like showing you what you're missing out on, right? Like, oh, look at what you missed out on because you said no to me in the beginning of the month or whatever, maybe. Like they're trying to get you to feel bad, excuse me, about what you didn't what offer you did not take them up on. They're trying to confuse you. They're coming in with imbalanced emotions. They're a little chaotic and unorganized because they don't understand why you won't give them any attention. And I feel like it's because you're like, I tried, you didn't want it, now you do, so I'm over it. And you're kind of in a place where you kind of want to be single. After taking that mental break and time to gather your thoughts and get grounded, you've come to a conclusion where you're like, I'm cool with me. Like, I'm so cool with me. With that Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And then the Four of Wands. You are working on your stability within yourself, right? Personal growth. And being okay right there. Yeah. Don't try to force yourself to be happy with this person is another message for someone. Because no matter what, you're not going to forget, or you might forgive, but you're not going to forget. And I feel like you or the person you're dealing with, however this energy resonates with you, is going to try to hold whatever hurt that was done to them over someone else's head. And that's not cool. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. It's not cool. All right, Capricorn. Let's pull an Enchanted Map Oracle card for you guys. This is going to be like a overview, something you guys can keep with you through the month of March. Okay, something you can kind of look back on if you are feeling like you're in need of some spiritual guidance. You can be like, oh, remember that card said this. That's what it meant. Something like that. You know what I mean? All right, Spirit. One card for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The Capricorn Collective. What is the Oracle card for them this month? Something they can hold on to. Something they can look back on. Listen back on to. For the month of March 2019. This is for the Capricorn Collective. That's a lot. We'll take the Goblins card. So, these two also came out, and I'm going to keep them because these three together look pretty relevant. So we got Goblins that came upright. These were both face down together, and it's come together in reverse and stuck in the mud in the reverse. Okay. I'm going to read the Goblins card for us. This is number 5. Okay. It says, fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget, your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There, they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card's appearance is an opportunity for growth. However, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. Okay. Come together in the reverse says, when the come together card appears reversed, it is a sign that perhaps a love connection is unbalanced. Is intimacy being withheld from you, or are you withholding it from another? Longing and yearning are often mistaken for love, when in fact they are signs of lack. Perhaps you've been doing all the emotional work and pouring your water into an empty well, to the point that now you are also depleted. Know this, true love will not be denied you. What is truly for you will never walk past you or require this much energy. Drop the agendas, the fight, the need to win, and allow love to flow through you. True love will always find its reflection in another. So it's really kind of going along with this reading, I feel. At least I'm hearing it that way. Let's read the last one. Stuck in the mud in the reverse. When this card is reversed, it reminds you that you're stuck due to your obstinate desire to get what you want, when and how you want it. Perhaps it's uncomfortable to admit that the course of action you've chosen for yourself isn't right for you now. Even so, you have a choice. You can struggle in the mud and get nowhere, or take a moment to observe where you are, then step out, wash away the dirt, dry off, and find other things to do. A much better adventure awaits you. You'll know when it's time to embark upon it. All right, Capricorn, I really hope this helps. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me here with Lucid Sue Tarot. If you guys want a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. I love to work with you guys. And yeah, sorry I was late. Sorry, got them out though. April's will not be. Okay, so I'll see you guys in April. And yeah.